Did that wrong. Well, good evening to you, to one and all. It is Friday. It is the weekend, and for some of us that really doesn't matter because every day is basically the same. They all run into each other, and we are now at 1 year. 1 year when this international pandemic was declared. 1 year. 1 year since lives began to be fractured. People began to lose loved ones. 1 year. 1 year of frustration. 1 year of not knowing what to do or where to go. 1 year. It's been just that long since the maddening began. And so, with that being said, I'm coming to you because I want to share something with you that I consider to be overwhelmingly pertinent and important for this weekend. I know you didn't expect me. I did not announce that I was coming on. I just decided to do this because I know this is the weekend, and for many of us, we have other things to do right now. It's almost 6:30, and I know there are plenty of things that people need to do. Hey, Tom, how are you? And I'll just see who comes on, and then I will proceed from there. My friend, how are you, sir? Tyrone, good to see you. Good to have you with us. Good to have you a part of the audience. And it's an amazing thing because I'm grateful that the men are coming on first. That kind of means a lot to me. And so I'm grateful. I am. I'm extremely grateful. Pastor Treese, please excuse me and forgive me for calling you by your first name. I'm grateful for you being with us, and so forgive me for doing that. I had to do a search. I thought you were, but I just needed to double check. So please, sir, forgive me for not acknowledging the position that God has placed you in. So, Pastor Treese, thank you so much for being with us. Lavonda, good to have you here. And we're going to start in 1 minute, and then others can come along as they do. And they'll look at it later, and prayerfully they will respond to it. Let me go ahead and begin. I'm reflecting, Pastor Treese, I'm reflecting over the fact that it has been 1 year of trauma. 1 year of reflection, survival. 1 year of Rosabelle, how are you? 1 year of uncertainty, 1 year of calamity, 1 year. Pastor Treese, thank you so much. We were on the 40-day fast, and Of course, there's always that weight loss that comes, but what I do now is 5 days out of the week I'm a vegetarian, and I eat salads and vegetables and things like that, and then I lose my mind on the weekend. I really do, but I appreciate that. Yeah, other people are telling me that they have noticed um, the trimming down and the weight loss, and we are continuing to do so. We're busy at the church. We're working hard. We're trying to put things together, and with all of that, it keeps us busy, and it's also a part of the process of staying fit. I don't know about anybody else, but this has been probably one of the most stressful times of everyone's life. It's not just mine's, everyone's. We have been isolated. Hey, Cora, how are you? We have been isolated. We have developed levels of paranoia. For me, I never would have made it. That's right. That's the song. um, Go, stay home, find things to do, puzzles, televisions, movies. Um, all of those things we do. We go to the store, we do what's necessary, and then come back home. Hey, Larry, we've experienced loss, death, suffering. Even people now are suffering, going through all kinds of changes. And so my question is, how do we move forward from here? I'm really kind of posing this at the men because there's a workshop that starts tomorrow. It's the Men of Valor Celebration Weekend Workshop. Gladys, how are you? It begins at 10 a.m. to 12 noon, but you have to pre-register to be a part of it. God has blessed us with two very powerful instructors, and the reason I'm sharing this with you is because maybe there's a gentleman in your life, husband, boo, baby, son, grandson, great-grandson, who just may be interested in this moment. We have two great men of God in the person of Dr. Avan Odom, who is going to be teaching man's responsibility to his family. What is God requiring of us? What has God taught us? Rosabelle, what is God saying, not just to the body of Christ, but what is he saying to the men? What is he saying about our obligations and relationships to our family? I don't know about anybody else, but the most depressive and most struggling moments that I have had in this whole year is the absence of my family. Now, for those of you who could care less, or your family doesn't mean that much to you, maybe you can live with them and maybe you can live without them. If that's the case, we need to do some examination, praying for you and the family of that dear loved one that went home to be with the Lord. I'm down in my man cave. I am used to being down here with my grandchildren and my great-grandchildren. I'm used to them running around, playing pool, playing foosball, watching television, getting on my nerves, calling my name, rolling around over the floor, just just watching them grow and develop. And for one full year, I haven't been able to do that. I haven't been able to even visit my children, and my children can't visit me like we want them to because of pre-existing conditions, because we don't know where people have been, we don't know who they've come in contact with. So as men, what is God requiring of us? Dr. Richard Wingfield, a very prominent theologian who teaches with profundity and effectiveness, is going to talk about the man God is looking for. Out of all that you have survived, the fact that you're still in your right mind, the fact that you still have cognition, the fact that you haven't thought about ending it all means there's a call on your life. God is calling men not to be domineering, and he's calling men to rise up to their appropriate positions of authority and leadership so that the structure of the family can be strong. But you'll never know that until you learn it, because there's so many other things that are getting in the way. There are so many things that are happening. There's so many obstacles. There's so many obtrusions. There's so many pressures and things that are pulling in so many different directions. That's right, Cora. These holidays have been brutal. Christmas, horrible. Thanksgiving, horrible. Why? Because we house them. Whenever these events take place, everybody comes to our house. They come here to eat. They come here to play games. They come here to watch TV. They come here to watch football. You know, we turn on the surround sound. We scream and yell, get on the women's nerves. Y'all following what I'm saying? We do all of that stuff. That's why I thank God for the basement, because we can come down here and act a fool and enjoy ourselves. Missed all of that. Cecile, how are you? So here's what I'm saying. After tonight, not a registration will be accepted. After tonight, not one other person will be added. I'm grateful to God for the numbers I have. And I understand a few things. Many men are not technologically savvy. Don't get upset with me when I say this. Many men don't do anything with a cell phone but to say hello, or to text somebody, or to see what's going on Facebook. That's what we do. We don't really use them like many others do. We just don't. But tomorrow's going to be one of the most powerful workshop experiences, and what I'm sharing with you is you don't want to miss it. You can go on Facebook to the events, and when you click on to the events, you will see it there. And when you see it there, don't just see it. It's only $10. That's all it is. It's just $10. And come on and be a part of this. It's men only, yes. Yes, ladies, yours is next week. Ours is this weekend. And I know I probably depressed you and got you bent out of shape. You don't want to talk to me anymore. But I am so full of gratefulness. I am so full of thankfulness, even in the midst of all of the things that I miss. I'm grateful that I'm still here for another opportunity. The vaccinations are beginning, and even in the midst of people who are saying it's a hoax, it's not real, I don't care what they say, trust me, it's real. Trust me. Gina, I know, Gina, I know. But the thing that motivates me is my Father. Pastor John H. Harrison Sr. went home to be with the Lord in 1975. My dad was born in 1900. My dad instilled in his boys how to grow from being boys to men. He taught us responsibility. He taught us integrity. He taught us how to take care of ourselves. My dad taught my brother and I how to wash our clothes, iron them, and at that time we used to hang them out on the line because we didn't have automatic washers and dryers back then. We had the wringers, and you wash the clothes in the tub and then wring them out through the wringer, and then you'd either hang them up in the basement or you would take them outside and hang them up on the line. And he taught us the old-fashioned way of, Ethel, how are you, on how to starch your pants. And we didn't have spray starch. We had that old-fashioned starch that you used to have to take the jar and you put so much of it in there and you put the water in there and you shake it. And what you would do is you would put, and Pastor Treese, I know you don't know anything about this because you way too young. You are part of that spray starch era. But let me share with you. After we mixed it up real good, after we shook it up real good, we would pour so much of it in our hands and we would shake our hands across the clothes and watch the starch go across, and then that's we would begin to iron. Dad brought us into the kitchen and taught us how to cook because he wanted his sons to be meticulous and independent. Dad taught us pride. Dad taught us how to be real men, how to take care of our families, even if it meant at one particular time for me working 2 jobs, sometimes 3, because I had a sense of responsibility. And so all I'm saying is join us. Gentlemen, join us. You can go to the event, click on there. There's a thing that you can scan that'll register you on Zoom, or there's also it's a thing on Facebook on the event. It says go to link. All you do is click that, go there, and then pay that $10 and come on and be a part of what we're doing. I'm not coming back on anymore concerning this because I'm really grateful for where we are. I really am. But I just wanted to reach out to a few of you who may not have known or may forgot or got busy. And Cora, pray for us because I'm believing God's going to do great things, because when Sunday morning comes around, which too is virtual, and Pastor Vincent Peterson is going to share with us again, we're going to watch God work. Listen, love you. Pastor Treese, you have a blessed evening in the Lord. Tom, you take care of yourself. Y'all have a good weekend and enjoy yourself. I got to get out of here. Guess what I'm getting ready to do? Absolutely nothing. May God bless you and may He keep you.